Okay, so the vase card you've got for your past is this beautiful, relaxing Empress. She's not just relaxed. The thing about her is she's like, I know who I am. I'm very happy with who I am. I'm happy in my own skin, which is absolutely beautiful thing to have. And I think that's what you've got. That's what I'm seeing there. So yeah, I think, yes, before I say anything else about the Empress, I just want to show you this. You can probably see this already. You've got the Empress in one corner and then you've got the Emperor right in the other corner. So when you've got these two together in a spread, that is huge. That means you've got a very, very, very special connection here with someone. You don't often see them together like that in the same spread. And here they are right on the diagonal. So that's a very interesting position. So I just wanted to show that to you. That there's a very, very special connection here between you and someone else. Okay, back to the Empress. Yeah, so there's this feeling of, I was getting this right at the beginning, self-assurance. It's like, okay, I feel as if I've grown into myself. I feel as if I know myself a lot more than I used to, and I think that's you. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a lot of spiritual growth with you. You're a very spiritual person. I'm picking up on that. And you've got the High Priestess right in the middle. So, and you know, if a card's right in the middle, that means it's like it's the key to the whole reading, really, a lot of the time anyway. So, so with this beautiful Empress, you know, she's up on top of this Seven of Wands, which is like a horrible, it's like the opposite of the Empress. So lots of chaos, fighting off something, lots of problems, and then you've got the Empress up there. So I think for you, you've always felt quite alone. That's the feeling I'm getting here. It's almost like, oh, I've always had to battle alone, you know, with the Seven of Wands. I've always battled on my own. And I think this feeling with you, it goes way, way back, maybe even right back to your childhood. It's like, I feel different. I've always been different. I've always been on my own. Even when you've been with other people, you've felt on your own. And if that's you, if that resonates with you, it's because you have been different. It's because you are still different. And I think you're very different spiritually. It's almost like you've got this very, very big, huge, rich spiritual world inside you. And it's very, very different from what happens on the outside world. And a lot of people don't have that. You know, the only world they have is the outside world, but you don't. You have this very, very deep spiritual world. That's the only world. That's the only word I can think of to describe that. It is like a world inside you, and so I think that's why you've always felt a little bit alone and a little bit separate from a lot of people. Always, always. Yeah, I'm even getting. This is for someone. I know this is specific, but I'm getting a teacher saying something, and if this is you, it's like you thought, well, I don't agree with that. So I don't know if that's you, I don't know who that's for, but I'm really getting someone sitting in a classroom saying, well, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I'm different. I don't just go along with things. I disagree. And I think, you know, you still don't agree with a lot of things that, you know, were presented to you when you're growing up with teachers and parents and a lot of people around you. And you still don't agree with a lot of what happens in the world. You don't just say, oh, well, that's the way the world is. It is what a lot of people say that, oh, it is what it is. No, not with you. It's not is what it is. If you disagree with someone or something, I should say, you're quite adamant that no, that's wrong. This is right. You know, and if I disagree with people, that's just how it is. This is who I am. And this is what I'm getting now with this Empress is, this is who I am. I know who I am. And if you look at this Empress, again, she's on top of this battle. So now, you know, as you were growing up, you had this battle that you went through of, oh, I'm on my own here. I've got no one to battle with me. I'm just by myself. And it's really stressful. And I'm always trying to stand up for myself and disagree and have arguments with people. I'm getting all that kind of thing in that card. But now you're more like the Empress. It's like, yes, I know who I am. I know I'm different. I'm fine with that now. If people want to argue, let them argue. I'm above all that now. So that's what I'm getting, and it's really good to hear that. And I think for you, because I'm getting all this spirituality around you, this is a part of your spiritual ascension. Because for Leo, you know, you like to, again, I was seeing this in your childhood, you like to be arguing, you like to be, not that you like to be, but, you know, if you feel differently from someone else, you have to say, no, that's wrong, I don't agree with you. And you're still a bit like that. I'm not saying you're not like that at all, but you're very different to how you used to be, because you know that I'm just different, they're just different. I'm more accepting of that now. I am who I am. You know, I am who I am. So, yeah, it's like this beautiful realization that now you're just happy with who you are. And if people are different, if people disagree, let them disagree. That's the kind of attitude I'm getting with you now. Okay, so I'm getting something else here. Yeah, it's a little bit literal, so it's might not be for everyone. It's probably just for one or two, maybe even one person. But yeah, just looking at this Seven of Wands, and you've got this horrible Five of Swords underneath there. So two really difficult cards there. Yeah, I'm getting work. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting something going on in the workplace or something around work. Yeah, it feels like someone might be trying to discredit you, actually. I don't know how, but if you know who this person is, if you feel as if someone's trying to discredit you, maybe they've said things or I don't know what they've done, but I just want you to know this. They're doing this because they feel trapped in where they are, in their life generally. I think they feel very trapped where they are. They might be trapped in their finances. They might be trapped in a place they don't want to be. But they're definitely trapped in their workplace. And so what I mean by that is, it feels like they'd like to move up. They want to move into a different position. They'd like to be maybe in a higher position. They see themselves as higher than where they are, but they can't get out of where they are. And I think they're taking all that out on you. You know, they're angry. They're taking it out on you. They're trying to pull you down with them. That's what I'm seeing. And you can see that in the Eight of Swords. You've got the Eight of Swords right next to this Five of Swords. And you can see this poor woman here. She's trapped. She's trapped in all these swords. She can't move. Very, very frustrating. So yeah, that's why they're taking that out on you, if that's you. Yeah, very, excuse me. It's like someone's trying to muddy the waters. So, because I'm just looking at this woman in the Eight of Swords again, and in front of her, she's got all this mud. I'll just lift it up so you can see. She's got all this mud in front of her. So she can't walk forwards because she's going to trip over in all this slippery mud. And so I think maybe they're muddying the waters, maybe they're altering things you've done, might even be that. Maybe they're saying things that confuse people. Maybe they're saying things to you in a confusing way so you don't understand and then you get something wrong. It's something like that. They're very tricky, whoever this is. And so I think... Yeah, they're going to be trapped. They're going to be trapped by their own words. They're going to be trapped by their own words. Look at this again. Look at this Eight of Swords. Look at this woman. She's got all these swords around her. And to me, swords are about words sometimes. You know, if you take away the S, you've got words. So she's surrounded by these swords and she's trapped. So I think whoever this is, they're going to be trapped by their own words. It might be that they tell a lie and they're caught out. It might be that they say something or they write something down in a document and it turns out that it's their words that trap them. So something like that's going to happen. So you don't have to do anything about this. All you need to do is sit back like this beautiful Empress here, because that's who you are, and just watch them. Just watch them trap themselves. I know that sounds horrible, but you know, they're coming up as this Five of Swords. So you know, that they're getting what they deserve, I think. Yeah, it looks like maybe you might be making plans to get out of this situation anyway. I don't know if you're making plans for a new job or a new business, or maybe you want to move to somewhere else within this company. I don't know, but there's some kind of move there for you. Or there's some kind of change you're looking at in your future. It's kind of, I've got this feeling of, oh, I'm getting out of this anyway. I'm going to be away from this soon. So if that's you, if that's what you're doing, focus on that. You know, focus on the change. Focus on your future. Really put everything into that. Don't put any focus on this person or any attention on this person, because it'll take care of itself. It really will. That's what I'm seeing there, if that resonates with you. I know that's specific again, but yeah, I just wanted to show someone that. Right, so yeah, so the first card you've got for your present is this King of Cups. All right, so I'm just looking at this King of Cups and the High Priestess, and I can see a little bit of secretiveness, because they can both be a little bit like that. You know, with the King of Cups, he's obviously emotional. You know, he's the King of Cups. He's the emotional king. But he doesn't show a lot of that emotion. He keeps a lot of that to himself. And you can see all this water's all around him, kind of flowing up and down, or waves going up and down, and lots of things going on around him. But he's so still. You know, he's not moving. He's just, and you can't tell what he's thinking. Look at his face. So he's just sitting there really still. So all the emotions kept inside. He doesn't show a lot of that emotion. So what I'm getting here is someone wants to come close to you. So they've got all these really strong feelings like this king. But they're not telling you, or they're not communicating, they're not connecting physically with you right now. It feels like you've got really, yeah, they've got strong feelings and you have as well. I'm getting that as well. Yeah, this is what I'm getting. You're connected already. You're connected already in spirit. This is what I'm getting. You're connected in spirit, but you're not together. So this is really strong. I'm feeling this very strongly. So if you feel that connection with someone, if you're not with them right now, it's strong. It's a spiritual connection. I'm getting that very clearly here. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting this. I've just got eyes. So there's something about their eyes. Something special about their eyes, maybe. This is for someone, obviously. So maybe it's the way they looked at you. Yeah, you already know them. You already know them. You know this person. I'm getting that very clearly. And yeah, with this High Priestess, again, it's a spiritual connection. Very special connection. You're with their eyes. I know I keep on saying this, but it's for someone. If you've got a picture of them somewhere and they're looking right at the camera, it might be that you look at this picture on your phone or whatever it is. And when you look at this, they're looking right at the camera. So it looks like they're looking right at you. And if this is you, if you remember this person, it might be that you keep on looking at this picture a lot. A picture of them, I'm getting that. And they're looking right at the camera. So I'm getting that for someone. And it's their eyes looking at you. So that's for someone. But yeah, the other thing I'm getting is, I know this is really strange, but I'm just going to come out with everything I'm seeing around this person. So that might help someone. I'm getting the sea or the beach. I'm getting water. So maybe you've been near the water with them. Maybe you've walked next to the water. I'm getting that. Yeah, beautiful connection. And again, in the High Priestess, if you look at the bottom of her dress, it looks like water. It looks like waves in the water. Yeah, beautiful spiritual connection between you. Absolutely beautiful. This is what's coming into my mind when I look at these waves. I'm looking at the water, these waves in the King of Cups, and I'm looking at these waves right now at the High Priestess. So yeah, she's got all these waves. You can see them all. Like, I could just see the top of them, but I pulled that down so you can see all the full extent of the waves in her dress. So yeah, lots and lots of waves there. So with those two cards. So now you can see it all properly. Okay, so this is what I'm picturing in my mind when I think about all this water and waves and all these things. I don't know if you've ever looked at, I don't know if you've done this, but if you've ever been in the sea, and just imagine it's a beautiful day, it's a really sunny day, and the sky is completely blue. There's no cloud, nothing like that, completely blue sky. And if you look at the water and the sea, they're both completely blue. And what happens sometimes is the horizon, you know, with the sea and the sky, they merge together and they become one. It's like they meet in the middle. That's you. That's the connection you've got. You've met in the middle. You're merging. You're one right now, spiritually. So if you know who this is, I think you're probably feeling this connection right now. You're at one spiritually, if that's you. But you're not at one physically yet. And what I'm getting here is that you will be. You will be at one physically. Absolutely beautiful. I really, really hope this is making sense to someone, because there's a very, very special connection here I'm getting for someone. And if this is you, you'll be able to feel this spiritually, and in the future at some time you'll be able to get together physically. That's what I'm seeing. Absolutely 100%. That's definite that you're going to get together with this person if you're feeling this right now. Okay, I have to say this. There's a struggle around this person. There's some kind of struggle around them. It feels like there might be a problem around their family. I'm not sure what the problem is. Yeah, they've already tried to move away from their family or some kind of influence in their past. It might be their family, it's some kind of past influence, and they've tried to move away from that. They've already taken steps away from that already, but they're kind of stuck in the middle of something right now. They feel very, very stuck, and there's a lot of pressure around them, and they feel like they can't move forward. But they can. It's just how they feel right now, and they will move forward. But this is just how they're feeling. And yeah, if you look at this Eight of Swords, you can see that right down the bottom. There's a house up on a hill right behind this woman there. And so she's left her home. She's moved away from her past, but she feels as if she can't move forward yet because she's got all these swords around her. So, and I'm saying feels because she can move forward. You know, she's got this rope around her, but it's quite loose. She could get it off quite easily. So for them, it's probably some kind of an emotional block. It's not a physical block. So there's something emotional that's holding them back. And it's something that's happened in their past. I'm getting that very, very clearly. And it's in their head and it's in their heart. But what I can see over everything else is that this connection is going to happen at some time. You'll get together because you're already spiritually connected. And you're going to get together physically. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm getting that very, very, very strongly for someone. Yeah, there's a lot of nervousness around them as well. You know what I'm getting? They know this is a really strong connection. They can feel this. They know. It's almost like they're overwhelmed with how they're feeling about this. And they know it's inevitable. They know it's inevitable that they're going to come to you. But it's like they need to break away from whatever this is mentally first. So they've come part of the way. But then they've got this kind of mixture of fear about how strong their feelings are for you, and this kind of fear about getting away from this emotional. It's kind of like an emotional trap, actually, when I look at this Eight of Swords again. So yeah, it's almost like a tug of war right now. That they kind of want to come forward, but they've got this thing in the past there, so they're kind of going backwards and forwards, and they feel like they can't move. But they are going to connect with you again, and when they do, when they finally connect with you again, you might have to be a little bit careful around them, because this whatever they're leaving behind, whatever this is or whoever this is, it feels quite emotional for them. It's quite difficult for them. So I think it's going to take them some time to get over this. So you're going to have to be very careful. You're going to have to tread quite carefully around them. So just be aware of that when they finally get to you. But it's inevitable. You know, it's inevitable. I can't help it. I have to say that. It's inevitable that you're going to get together. I'm sticking my neck out. And the reason why I'm sticking my neck out is because you've got this Empress and the Emperor here together. Like that is, you know, that there's nothing can get between a connection like that. Nothing. It's going to happen. Okay, so the first card you've got for your future is this Hanged Man. Yeah. So again, what I'm seeing here again is you're definitely going to connect. You're definitely going to connect. Obviously, with this Hanged Man, there's waiting. So there's lots of patience here. So it's going to take a long time for them to come to you. And it's going to take them a long time to get over whatever this thing is after they're with you. But it is 100% inevitable. I'm seeing that there. Yeah, and so this is the card of patience, obviously. Yeah, when you do get together, there is going to be a lot of passion. I can see that in this card. And lots of growth as well. You are going to grow together. Look at all these leaves here. Yeah, again, this is someone you've known. in the past, you've already had a connection with them. Because I'm just looking at this man's legs in this Hanged Man, and they're making the shape of a number 4. And 4 can be about coming full circle, 4 corners of the globe, coming all the way around to the start again. So it's going to feel like you're back at the start again together. Absolutely beautiful. But again, patience. I hate saying this for you because I'm very impatient, and I know you are as well, but that's what's going to have to happen here. You're going to have patience. They're going to have patience with themselves. I'm seeing that. And then you're both going to have patience when you come together, because they're going to have to work through a lot. But again, Emperor and Empress in the same spread. That's all I have to say. You are going to come together. Okay, I'm just getting this. Watch out for someone. Just watch out for someone that might be watching you. Because with this 8 of Cups, I don't know if you've even met this person that's watching you. I know that sounds strange, but it feels like it might be an online connection, maybe. Maybe they've just messaged you or spoken to you online or something like that, and they're watching you. They're watching you now. That's what I'm getting, if you know who that is. So, yeah, I think they were interested in you romantically at one time. But it's not a proper love. It's not a proper connection. They thought they had love for you, but it's not real. It's an illusion. There's a lot going on in their head. It's not based in reality. That's what I'm getting with this person. So, okay, I just want to make this clear before I go on. This has nothing to do with this beautiful spiritual connection. This is a completely different person, so I don't want to confuse anyone. But yeah, with this person that's watching you, I'm getting some, excuse me, my stomach's rumbling. So I'm getting a few little messages coming in from them, probably on social media, because there's that distance between you, and I don't think you've even met. I keep on getting that for someone. So you might want to block them. I'm not getting anything bad, but I am getting a bit of a strange, odd feeling around this person, because there's something that their mind's not based in reality. So they've got this odd idea about you. And I'm getting this, they used to be quite happy with you in their head, and now it's turning to being disappointed. So just watch out for that. And you've got the Emperor here as well, and the Emperor puts his foot down. He's in control of things. So put your foot down, take control of this situation, if you know who this is, before you start getting all these messages. You might want to block them. You might want to do something, whatever it is that's going to give you more control back over this other person who's trying to contact you. But yeah, just look at this again. Excuse me. Okay, so you've got the Emperor here again. I just want you to see this again because it's so beautiful. You've got the Empress there, the Emperor in the other corner, and it's almost like they're bookends. One's right at the start, one's right at the end. And it's really, really interesting, this positioning, and I wasn't noticing this before, but I'm looking at it now. Right in the middle, you've got the High Priestess. So what's connecting you now is your spiritual connection. Because, the Emperor and the Empress are connected diagonally by this High Priestess. That's what's connecting you now. You're far away physically right now, but you're being connected spiritually. And you know that if this is you. And eventually you are going to get closer together. It's 100% inevitable. These two belong together.